2020-2021 League 2 campaign is well into the second half of the season, and of course Carlisle and the Vegans look like they're nailed on to get promoted. But what about the chasing pack? Is there any hope for them? We'll take a little look at it next. Right, folks, back once again with another prediction show today. But to go back at my early door picks at the start of the season for League 2, and we'll get to that in just 1 second. If you're new to the channel, stop. I said stop what you're doing, swallow what you're chewing, and smash your subscribe button. Get me bang out today with all things League 2 related, Blackburn Rovers related, whoa, football related. We're going to know here Underwaterski. That's right, we're going to go back 5 months, 6 months, whatever it was, to the start of the League 2 season and revisit my picks that I made. Who did I choose to get up promoted, and who did I think will go down? Expect some absolutely horrific picks, because I did have a sneak peek and there are some tough ones. Anyway, before we do that, big shout out to the Patreons. You know who you are, you exclusive band of merry men. Big shout out to you guys for supporting the channel behind the scenes. What they did was they went to this link down below here, patreon.com/Roverseas, and they threw their love behind the brand, of course, to kicking us forward. So big shout out to those guys. If anyone else wants to join that band of men, check it all out. Description down below. We're up to 23, 24, 25, something like that. So could do with some more support as the season kicks on. Anyway, what we're doing now, we're going to go over to my channel, of course, right here, right now. We're going to do a channel update one of these days, but make sure you bang the subscribe wherever the button may be, and also smash the little bell so you don't miss a beat. We're going to go down here to not where in the world. These are good. You got to go check these bad boys out. As are the kit rankings. They're all pretty good, so make sure you check them out as well. We're going to go to these ones, reacting to my 2020-21 predictions, and we're going to go. Where are we going to go? We're going to go right here to League 2 and have a look at my picks that I made all the way back. When did I make them? August 25th. It's been a while. It's been a bloody while. So let's fire this up once it loads. Yeah, look at him. He was happy. Okay. Some other guys. Thogdad was there. Look at him. I don't know if it was the real Thogdad, but anyway, here I am, looking good, looking savvy in my blue and white halves. I've actually cranked up the speed to top for double bubble, and of course we're going to jump in the deep end, of course, and have a little look at my picks. What we're going to do here is going to come at you middle of the road. I'm going to start around about 12th, work our way down. So let's blow that up, of course, and then producer, would you mind, do us a favour, do us a solid, and of course, fire up my picks. There we go. Hopefully that looks about right. So we're here. We have the real deal table coming at you right about there, and then of course my picks over there. So we're going to see where they are and how close to the money I got. So here we go. Go on, you handsome bastard. Let's get going. Look at him. Look at him. You can't see him. I've got a big fat Oldham. We kicked it off with Oldham. They actually ended up in 13th. I've got that one bang on point at the moment. The season wants to end today, and we don't look at anything else. Stop right there. Stop what you do. We'll quit it. Quits, director. Quits, mate. We're good. I've got all the picks. I've got them all right. I haven't got them all right. But anyway, let's carry on. Let this guy talk some more. So 13th, so far so good. Oldham, Harry Kuehl's boys doing okay. Not setting the place on fire, but doing better than I thought. I actually was a little bit concerned about Oldham. I thought they could get sucked down in that relegation spot at some stage. But no, so far so good for them. Who do we have next into 14th? Barrow. They're having a nightmare. They're down 22nd spot. They could even go down. Of course, 2 going down at the moment. We'll see. I think there's some bubbling going on with the Vanarama National League. So we'll see if the relegation does take place. I don't even know. But anyway, I have them down into 14th. They're currently on 22nd. I think I'm wrong. I don't even anticipate them making that surge up the table. So I'm going to take that one on the chin. I think that one's a bad shout. Of course, David Dunn was manager. That probably tinted my vision. But hey ho, away we go. Into 15th, we have Carlisle doing them absolutely amazing. Into 3rd, they have got games in hand as well, and they could even be top of the pops by the time this one goes live. So yeah, tremendous for them. Happy for that. I'm happy to be wrong, and I don't anticipate them falling down into the thing. I think at worst they'll go playoffs, but I think they're going to go the distance and get themselves promoted, so tremendous for them. 16th spot went with Leighton Orient. They're actually in 10th, so a lot better than I did. A few 6 points off, better off, but they could trail off. I think there are some teams below into this lower half of the table that will surge. The likes of Bolton, the likes of Mansfield, the likes of maybe even Scunthorpe will push up the table. So yeah, at the moment 10th is good, tremendous. I think they will drop off a little bit. Next up, Newport County. I had them down below, but of course they free fall, and they were top of the table for a country mile themselves, but now they're down to 7th, and they could drop even further. I did consider pushing them further down, and of course we'll take a look at my overall end of the season picks later, but yeah, I was well wrong. But at the moment, I think it could even get worse for Newport County. They haven't won in a bunch of games. Harrogate into 18th. They're down into 20th at the moment, so that's close to the money. Will they surge on a little bit? Of course, John Stead still pulling the strings or scoring the goals on occasion for Harrogate, ex-Rover, of course, veteran. So that's pretty much on point. 2 points positions off my pick. Into 19th. What have we got? 19th. We've got Scunthorpe United. Of course, they're into 16th again. That's close to the money. I consider that a success, and they could also trail off. I've got a bit of a gut feeling that they might actually be on the climb, and they could end up in mid-table around about 12th, so that might be wrong, but we'll have to see at the end of the season, of course. This is just midway sort of stuff. Into the top 20 now, Crawley Town. They're doing tremendous as well, into 11th. They were close to the playoffs a couple of games back, but right here, right now, they sit in 11th. Of course, I got them down to 20th, so how wrong was I? Even the manager of Crawley Town has been linked with Sheffield Wednesday, so that could be a 2-division jump. Mansfield into 21st. They're on the climb as well, 14th at the moment. Of course, a couple of seasons back, they were regular playoff talkers, playoff occupants, but for the past couple of seasons they've been struggling. That's probably one of the reasons why I went for that, but they're on the climb right now, so I do anticipate them to climb even further than this though. Southend in the 22nd was my pick. They're down at 24th. They're going down as it stands, and to be honest with you, I do anticipate them to go down. I don't think their situation will get much better than it is at the moment. So 22nd was my pick. 24th is the real deal. We'll see where I think they will end up at the end of the season shortly. In the 23rd is Stevenage, and of course they're in 21st at the moment, and again I think that they're going to have a bad end to the season, and they could even get sucked into that relegation spots. I predicted them to go down alongside a team in 24th, and that team was Morecambe. Goodness gracious me, they've had a tremendous season. I didn't anticipate that. Derek Adams, though, has been a fantastic appointment for Morecambe, and of course I'm hoping that they can hang on in there at least for the playoffs, if not more than that. But it will be it's a great shout for them being where they are at the moment, but they need to end the season as high as possible, and hopefully get out of this regular occurrence of being down the foot of the table. So Morecambe 6th at the moment, 24th. Of course, nobody anticipated that, and I think if you looked at other people predicting League 2, they would have done the same had Morecambe going down. But Derek Adams, fantastic boy. Into the top half we go now, and as you can see, not the best representation. I got Walsall in 12th. They actually bang on point there, so I've got that one close to money, as I did Oldham. So that's close. I'm happy with that, content with that. I think that's pretty much where they're going to end up, around about that park, 10th, 11th, something like that. Into 11th, we have them Vegans, of course, flying high into 2nd at the moment. I think they will trail off a little bit, but I think they will hang on for at least the playoffs. So the Vegans will be up in that discussion to be considered for promotion at the end of the season, maybe as low as 7th. We'll see at the end of it. So they're doing well. They're doing well, much better than I anticipated in 11th. In the 10th is Salford. They're currently in 9th. That's pretty much close to the money. I'm happy with that. Good shout by me. Pat on my back. Of course, a lot of people tipped them for promotion, and I did tip them for promotion last season, but I think they made a bad appointment. I think they had Graham Alexander. I thought he would have done a fantastic job if he would have stuck around, but guess what? They decided to move the goalposts and, of course, bring in someone else. Salford 10th, in my eyes. In the real world, they are 9th. Into 9th, we have Port Vale, who I thought they started off really well as well. They were up there. They're down into 15th at the moment, but a win away from going up to 11th, so they're close to the money. And I do anticipate that they will climb the table, but I think it's going to be too little too late. Into 8th, we have Cambridge. Of course, Cambridge are doing absolutely immense. Top of the table on goal difference over them Vegans, of course, but games in, I don't know if they got games in hand or whatever, but they are top of the pops. They are just, in my eyes, I did predict them at the start of the season to be just outside the playoffs. I think they're going to be in that top 3 discussion, so I think they're all right. They'll be there at the end of the season. Cubs 7th. I've got Exeter in the currently find themselves in 8th. Pretty close to the money, I would say. Another pat on my back for that bad boy. Good shout for me. Into 6th, I had Grimsby. That was the Holloway boys, but of course they're down into 23rd. Yes, I was rooting for them. I gave up the ghost when they got rid of him, and I do anticipate they could be on the cusps of getting relegated. So that is a stinker, an absolute stinker. But I think it was more resources than anything else. Colchester into 5th. That was my pick back in the day. Of course, playoffs last time around. They're down into 18th right here. I can see them climbing the table, but I don't think they'll go as high as 5th. So that is a bad shout. 4th, Cheltenham. They're actually in 4th. Fair play to me. Of course, they were also in the playoffs last time around. I thought they would be there or thereabouts this season. I think they will be at the end of it. So 4th there. Look at my top 3. Badness. One of them ain't too bad in 5th. I don't even know who that is. It's Tranmere. Tranmere are in third right now. They're actually in fifth. And I can see that. I can see Tranmere making a surge for the top two. They're 4 points adrift of top two. They're only 1 point adrift of top three. So I think they're going to they've got their act together. They look the part. Of course, got Vaughan, who scores goals at this level. No questions asked. Into the top two. It's ugly, though. It is ugly. But I do anticipate these two teams to surge up the table a little bit. I don't think they'll go anywhere near this. Bradford in second. They are in 17th. And a win for them, they could actually go as high as 13th in the next game. As for the top spot, that is Bolton. And we'll reveal that in a minute. They've had just an absolute nightmare. Of course, decent appointment, I thought. Everett. But unfortunately, it's just not worked out for them. They've got goals as well. Young Doyle scores goals at this level. But unfortunately, it's not working out for them at the moment. So... yeah, it's not been working out. I do anticipate, though. In fact, we'll have a look at what I think in a minute, in just a second. I do hope that Bolton will climb the table. I don't think they're going to get playoffs as it stands. I'm not ruling it out. They are 9 points off of top 7. I don't know what the game in hand situation is. But anyway, let's take a look at what I think will happen in the rest of the season. Here it comes at you. Southend going down alongside Stevenage. Grimsby will hang on, as will Barrow and Harrogate, which is good news. Oldham will trail off. Bolton also not doing good either. Crawley also will drip all the way down to 17th. Scunthorpe and Colchester in mid-table, as will Walsall and Bolton up to 13th. I think it's better than what they're at the moment. Of course, what else do we have for you? Bradford up to 10th. Morecambe down to 9th. Unfortunately, that's just like my heart of hearts say. Salford will sneak into the back door of the playoffs at 7th. Newport will drop out of it. And I've got Forest Green Rovers down 5th, Cheltenham 4th, Cambridge in the 3rd, Carlisle going top, Tranmere into 2nd. That's what I think will happen. Of course, that's what I think will happen out in League 2. The camera's just died on me. The camera has just died on me, but it's okay. Hopefully you can still hear me. I'll actually get rid of the camera. In fact, I'll get rid of all of this shite, so you don't have to look at it. So yeah, that's what I think will happen. Be sure to give this video some love and smash the old thumbs up, of course, and also give me your opinions down below in your comment section what you think will happen. But yes, I think that's all that I can do for you. I'm going to have to leave it at that. Be sure to give the video some love and smash the thumbs up. Smash subscribe, of course. In fact, should I just let him do it? In fact, I'll let him do it. Crank up the volume. Crank up the volume, man, pal. Hey, why don't you say the goodbyes for me, because that's the best way to do it. He's going to be singing at tip-top speed, though. Get over there. Bang the thumbs up, he's saying. He's taken away. Chiefs, he smashed the like, smashed the subscribe. Look at that handsome biatch. The camera's died on me. Smash the subscribe. You know what to do. Ring that bloody bell. Okay, that's it. See ya. Patreon, you know what to do. Until then, we are out. I'm out. This guy's out. The camera's out. We'll see you all next time. Cheers. Banana. Whatever that is. Glasses. Yeah. Tash. Sexy shirt. Look at him. Look at him go. Yeah.
Come on, Barrow. Prove everyone. Come on, Morecambe.
Come on, Barrow. He's saying. No hope. Look at that. Old outro. He's got the works. Smash your Patreon. Still hanging on. Yep. All that stuff. Bish bash bosh.